Hello guys, MiniMiner here. Today I'm be showing you my new PC and how I built it. So yes guys, I decided to get a new PC as my old MacBook just wasn't cutting it for making videos, so here is my new PC. Firstly, I got myself some parts. I got an NZXT S340 case, a GTX 960 4GB from MSI, an Intel Core i7 4790K processor, 16GB of Corsair Vengeance DDR3 RAM, an MSI Gaming 3 Z97 motherboard, a 2TB hard drive, a 750W power supply, and a 120GB SSD. Moving on to putting all these parts together, I decided to put in the power supply first by screwing the 4 screws that came with my case into the plate and then into the power supply. The first 2 screws were a bit fiddly, but the other 2 were easy. Next I found my 2TB hard drive and installed that into the case by screwing the 3 screws into one side of the case. I had to remove the power supply that I installed earlier to get to the 4 screw because I'm an idiot. Next I got my SSD, unscrewed the plate from the case and screwed it into the SSD with the included screws that came with the case. This was very simple and just like that my SSD was installed. I will be using this mainly for my programs and as my boot drive. Now onto the scary bit, the processor installation. I cracked open the box that the i7 came in and slowly placed the processor onto the pins, making sure that the arrow on the processor matched up with the white dot on my motherboard. After some procrastination, I finally lowered the retention arm and I heard some horrible crackling noises, but then the relief kicked in and I knew that I wasn't going to be spending another £260 on a new processor. I then installed the CPU fan, which was one of the easiest things to install ever, but then I plugged the CPU fan cable into the system fan slot. What a muppet. I do correct this later on however. Next I installed the RAM in a dual channel system. I read the manual to make sure I was doing it right and proceeded with pushing them down until they clicked into place. I then placed the assembled motherboard into the case on the pre-applied ATX standoffs and then I screwed it in, making sure not to screw the screws too tight. I then plugged in some cables like this, and this. How interesting. Finally I did a quick unboxing and then installed my GTX 960 graphics card from MSI. Installation was simple. All that was required was to push it into the top PCI Express 3.0 port to gain the best performance and then I was almost done. Just one more thing. So that completes the build and that is my new PC for 2016. So there you go guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're wondering, it's all going well and it's very powerful. If you'd like to see some benchmarks on this, then be sure to tell me in the comments and leave a like rating on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel so that you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.